What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And records are made to be broken, and here we go. We got another record today. I think it's 6 in a row in the Dow. Man, is it market quiet? You know, I don't know. It's kind of depressing. I don't know that I can remember in 38 years the markets being this quiet. I think that you saw some really interesting action in the oil market. Again, we've got an OPEC meeting at the end of the week. Oil tried to rally and broke again. This is 2 days in a row. And of course, this manipulation does not work. We saw the dollar get hammered. We saw grains make a late day rally after looking like they were going to go to zero. You know, the bonds continue lower, financials continue higher, which indicates that they're thinking something is going to happen with, of course, the best for last, the Fed announcement tomorrow. All right, the markets have been extraordinarily quiet the last couple of days. I think one thing they're waiting for is to see what Janet Yellen and the Fed do tomorrow. Today started a 2-day meeting, and tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern time will come the announcement. And it's not whether or not they're going to raise rates, because they're 99% not going to raise rates. But the big question here is, are they going to unwind their balance sheet? Now, the big story here is, are they going to unwind? If they are, how are they going to do so? But what nobody's talking about is they don't have to unwind. They own bonds. They could actually carry them to maturity if they chose to. So I'm not so quite understanding what we're worried about from the unwinding point, because again, they don't have to unwind. If they unwind, which may be their plan, of course we know they have no idea or really no plan, but what may be their plan is, if they unwind their balance sheet and they unwind it faster than the street expects it, that will artificially inflate rates without them having to hike. If you understand the bond market, when bond futures go higher, interest rates go lower. Now they're long, or they own bond futures. So if they sell them and they push prices down, that will raise interest rates. So that could be what we're thinking, but the financials apparently think that. You saw JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and the others really up strong on Tuesday. But at the end, it's hard to say. Again, we're trying to figure out what they're thinking. And again, we believe that they don't know what they're thinking. In the meantime, markets are as quiet as they've been. Volatility was almost flat. It was on both sides of unchanged. So that's an issue. There's just really not a lot to do here. You saw some big explosions in a couple of stocks. You saw John Deere take off. I don't know why, but it did. You saw others sit back and not do anything. So it's a real challenge to kind of figure out what's going on. Amazon was down, Google was up. Facebook made a late run at the end of the day. The gun manufacturers took a big run on some information from Trump. At the end of the day, two things. Not much is going to happen until after the announcement. The markets will have probably 3 major moves. The initial reaction, the secondary move, and then the real direction. And then I just wish that President Trump would quit bragging about markets at all-time record highs, because it really doesn't help the average American or the middle class, because they're not as active nor a participant in the markets. And quite frankly, Barack Obama, the markets were making record highs as well. So again, the president shouldn't worry about what the stock market's doing. The president should worry about making sure all these plans get through. So that's one of the things I look at. But at the end of the day, markets are really quiet, and I don't expect any action until after the Fed tomorrow. In the meantime, I think you have to sit back, and sometimes you're better off just observing. Everybody have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bubba's Daily Update. We appreciate you. And of course, don't forget the Bubba's Show every day on LibertyTalk.fm, 2 to 3 Eastern Time. And Bubba's The Bottom Line once a week. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you back here tomorrow.